48 teams, 140 matches, 3 countries, 1 trophy. But here's the thing, nobody put on the poster. The best story of this World Cup isn't Messi. It isn't Haaland. It's a duck in a football shirt. It's a man standing completely still for 90 minutes. It's a grown man crying and getting hugged by strangers who don't even speak his language. This is the World Cup fan culture, and honestly, some of it is better than the football. Let's start stupid, because that's how this tournament started too. Meet Merlin. He's a duck. He lives on Reforma Avenue in Mexico City. He wears a tiny Mexico jersey, and I promise I'm not making this up. Custom duck socks. His owner's a street vendor named Carla Gomez. She didn't plan any of this. People just started stopping to take photos. Then more people. Then it was international news. Here's how I think about it. FIFA spent millions designing 3 mascots, a moose, a jaguar, an eagle, and the internet picked a duck in socks. And that's the tournament in one image, really. Now go from a duck to a man who doesn't move for 90 minutes straight. His name's Mikel Mboladinga. Everyone calls him Lumumba Vea, a DR Congo fan. And during every match, he stands like a statue, one arm raised, completely motionless. Patrice Lumumba was Congo's first prime minister after independence from Belgium in 1960. He didn't get long in power. He didn't get a peaceful ending either. So this man stands for the whole match. He went viral earlier this year during the Africa Cup of Nations, and now he's doing it on the biggest stage football has. Here's the thing, most fans at a World Cup are trying to be seen. This guy's trying to make you remember someone else. Same team, different story. And this one, it'll actually get you. DR Congo hadn't been at a World Cup in 52 years. Their first match back, Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. Basically, everyone's nightmare draw. A small group of Congo fans watched the match on a big screen in Lisbon, surrounded by Portuguese supporters. Down 1-0. Then, Wissa scores in stoppage time. First World Cup goal in Congo's history. You're a minority in a sea of the other team's shirts, and your country just made history in real time. Watch that footage. It's not staged joy, it's disbelief turning into noise. Here's a stat that should embarrass every football agent on the planet. Cape Verde, with a population of about 500,000. Their goalkeeper's name is Josimar Diaz. Everyone calls him Vozinha. He's 40 years old. Before this tournament, he had 50,000 Instagram followers. Cape Verde held Spain, one of the best squads in the world, to a 0-0 draw in their opener. Vozinha was the reason, and within days, his following passed 20 million on Instagram. But that's exactly where the real story is. A fisherman's son from a nation smaller than most World Cup stadiums, becoming the tournament's biggest underdog folk hero, not because of a brand deal, but because he did his job. Norway hadn't been to a World Cup since 1998. Erling Haaland scores twice in the opener. They beat Iraq 4-1, and the fans do something nobody expected. They sit down, shoulder to shoulder, and they row like they're on a longship, chanting in unison, rocking back and forth to a drum beat. They did it in the stadium. They did it on subway escalators. They did it again after beating Senegal. Here's how I think about it. This isn't a chant somebody invented for TikTok. It's 28 years of waiting turned into a ritual. That's the difference between content and cult. Wider story now. No chanting, no drum. After Japan's win over Tunisia in Monterrey, their fans stayed behind, trash bags out, picking up rubbish from their own section before they even left the stadium. They've done this since one. Stadium staff know it's coming now. They hand out bags before kickoff, expecting it. It's rooted in Shinto tradition, where you respect the space you were given, win or lose. You can win the internet with a duck. You can also win it by leaving a stadium cleaner than you found it. Both are true this tournament. This one's the gut punch. Save it for last almost. Japan gets eliminated. A fan breaks down, crying into a towel, alone in a crowd of thousands. And then a stranger in a Brazil shirt walks over, wraps him up in a hug, doesn't say much, doesn't need to. Then Mexican fans nearby lift him up, literally toss him in the air, the way players celebrate a goal. Crying to laughing in under a minute. The clip passed 5 million views online. Here's the thing nobody talks about when they cover the World Cup. The football ends for you the moment your team loses. But apparently, the tournament doesn't have to. Last one, and it's the weirdest kind of beautiful. Algeria's training base for the tournament, Lawrence, Kansas, a college town that had statistically almost zero relationship with North African football 3 months ago. Then Algerian fans showed up, and Lawrence just fell for them. Locals started flying Algerian flags. One elderly resident thanked the team on camera for choosing his town. A teenager told a reporter he felt Algerian now. That's not a marketing campaign. Nobody paid for that. That's just what happens when a small town gets picked by accident and decides to lean all the way in. So yeah, Argentina's still chasing history. The US is still asking, why not us? The football's been genuinely brilliant this year. 269 goals through the group stage and round of 16 alone. But if you ask me what I'll actually remember from World Cup 2, it's a duck named Merlin, a man who won't sit down, and a stranger who hugged a crying fan he'd never met.